Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrath and Story. I'm the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, the Flexible Demeanor, and it is my pleasure to document the many adventures of J. Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. Before we kick things off, a quick reminder to check out our new Patreon at patreon.com/wrathandstory. You'll be supporting the show while getting access to exclusive content, like the bonus episodes that are available right now. Full adventures that some might say are pretty damn good. I'd definitely check it out. Now, back to the show. When you last left them, our boys had landed on a mysterious planet covered in the ruins of an ancient Eldari society. According to their vision, this place may be key to finding this so-called gemstone. After a dangerous encounter with a gigantic ladybug, or as it is now officially called, a green machine, our heroes have been caught by surprise. A small team of power-armored individuals have them held at literal sword point. What will they do? Let's find out.
Daniel, you short-circuited there for a second, but who are these people?
Yeah, there's a very nice person standing right here with a knife to my throat.
Well, to be fair, I think that's a lot larger than the knife. I'd call that closer to a sword.
Yeah, it's a big, sharp blade. I'm curious about what's going on here.
Well, it looks like there's a large woman in emerald power armor, and three other people with emerald power armor standing right behind her.
Oh, well,
Let's be cool.
yeah, it's great to meet all of you. I'm Jay. This is Andrew.
And I'm Daniel.
Yeah, this is our Servo Skull companion Daniel. And hey, could you take this blade off of my throat?
Names are for friends.
I mean, we're our friends, so that's fair. But we could be friends, or we could be just partners.
You haven't answered my question. What are you doing here?
Well, as you can tell, I'm an Eldari, and I've returned to my old sacred world. It's kind of like a pilgrimage to come and see the plants and see the old Wraithbone and really try to connect with it, you know? This is a deception.
While this is going on, can I attempt to medicate myself?
No, I don't think you have time, right?
No
you need
time?
a little bit of time
Like-
to medicate.
I mean, when Jay does his bullshitting, there's usually it's an extended affair.
It's like 10 minutes long.
It's an extended affair.
me
Like, I
take-
feel like I might have time.
Let me take you back.
Not in this situation.
They would also be heavily distracted.
I don't know why I just thought about this, but of like you doing Medicaid on yourself is like with the old consoles where you pull the thing out and you blow on it and just plug it back in.
I mean, it's a
Just you
close
doing?
approximation.
All right, here we go. I actually have a deception of 9.
Cool. Difficulty is going to be 7.
What?
I'll tell you why. Because you're here with a robot man and a bunch of armed humans.
And they're racist. That's what it really is. Comes down to racism. Oh, baby.
No.
Oh, look at that. That is a 6 of a wrath die, 2 more 6s, and 3 more passes. I believe that's math because the 3 passes add up to 3, because that's how that works.
Yes.
And then the other one are 4, so that's 7.
And
And
then
then I got that nice little 6 on my wrath die.
Here's the question. Do you want to make it something special, or do you want to give us a glory?
I think I want to give us a
Your
glory.
glory, I think, is
yeah,
more
we need
important.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
so I can make a narrative declaration later. Just watch out.
I mean, maybe seize the initiative.
Yeah, it's really important to me, you know, to just connect, just get away from it all sometimes. Do you ever connect to get away from it all? Person who has a sword, I guess, to my throat?
She pulls the sword back and returns it to a scabbard that she has. I am looking for treasure, as I assumed you were doing as well.
There's treasure on this planet? I mean, of course there's the treasure of my people that I keep with me in my heart at all times, but you mean like actual monetary treasure?
I'm looking for the pearl of great price that I believe... No, I could swear that I saw you at the reading with
What?
the witches.
Oh, that's I get that a lot, and I'm not going to hold it against you. Not all of us Eldari look the same, so
I can't even deal
you
with
couldn't
this.
see this, but Daniel was filled with so much rage that I passed that deception. He's like destroying the dice. Look, I'm just gonna put this out there. Not all of us Eldari look exactly the same, but I get that a lot. I've got that kind of that face that like you've seen me before, the very handsome face that you
and-
often mistake for other handsome faces.
And who are these people with you?
Oh, well, this is my, obviously, as I've said, this is my pilgrimage, so this is actually my servant, Andrew. Andrew, please wave to the people that I've already established that this is why I'm here, and that you are my servant, right, Andrew? Thank you, wave Andrew. And this is my Servo Skull companion. We are friends. I know it seems odd that my servant, who does pretty much everything for me, would be a close friend.
I could not be glaring at Jay harder.
But yeah, he's a good pal of mine, even though I do pay him and he does everything I say.
And these armed men with you?
Oh, well, you never know how dangerous these worlds are going to be, and they are here to protect me. I have hired them. They are hired mercenaries.
And last question. No, not last question, but one more question. Are you with the other Eldar on this planet? Eldari.
There are other Eldari here? I assume they're also coming to do the pilgrimage that I made. That was the thing that I'm doing. I haven't met them, but have you run into them? Maybe we could exchange pilgrimage stories and, what they've learned.
Yes, they attacked my vessel.
Oh, well, then they're probably not doing the pilgrimage thing. I can tell you right now, the pamphlet I got for the pilgrimage, definitely none of this attack other vessels, things like that. It's much more of like a vision journey. You know what I mean?
Well, perhaps you could help me. I'm looking for this pilgrimage site, I believe.
Oh, yes, of course, the pilgrimage site.
And you now are sort of looking at her. She has a female voice, but her head is completely covered by a green helmet. You're not really able to make too much out of her.
And you said they're like an emerald armor. Is it
Yeah,
is it like a
emerald.
brighter green or is it like a darker green?
It's a dark green. Emerald to be poetic. One might just call it green armor.
Fair enough.
Green power armor. But they look...
You know what we said about poetry on this
Yes,
recording,
you're right.
Daniel.
They look definitely like... It looks very expensive, though. I say emerald because it looks like it has a lot of gold trim on it as
Oh.
well, and like some purity seals hanging on it, and skulls, of course.
Of course.
Covered in skulls.
But golden skulls.
Golden
Ooh.
skulls. Yes, like that.
Andrew, do you know anything about this kind of chapter of Space Marines? I've never heard of these kind before.
I don't think they're Space Marines.
They are
Well,
not big enough to be Space Marines.
well, they're in power armor, right?
That doesn't mean they're Space Marines.
Really?
Yeah, there are many Inquisitors that have Space Marine armor.
Oh, wow. You learn something every day. That's neat.
Well, Jay, is that an Eldari name? I had not heard Jay before.
Yes, it is an Eldari name. I'm sorry that you haven't run into many of us Jays.
It's an abbreviation of his name.
Yes, it stands for Jayalahasaka.
All right, I think I'll keep saying Jay.
Yeah, most people do.
You notice that the soldiers with her have not said anything the whole time. But to be fair, the soldiers with you have not said anything the whole time either. They're both sort of quietly watching their leaders negotiate with each other. Though the soldiers with you guys are a little confused about the lies that you are spitting right now.
Well, it sounds like you need to get to a pilgrimage site. And I know where a pilgrimage site is, so I think we could maybe work together.
Yes. I suppose I should tell you my name.
Yes.
We're to be working together. My name is Shannon Maynor, of the Maynor dynasty.
Well, Shannon, it's very nice to meet you. And
I have a warrant of trade from the Lords of Terra, and I do what needs to be done. I don't know if you know what a warrant of trade is with your culture.
a warrant of trade. It's It sounds so familiar, but yeah, I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. Rogue traders, huh?
Yes, I am free to do what must be done to bring... Look, it's not worth explaining. What needs to be done is, I believe we're in a hurry. There are the other Eldari on their... Well, I don't know what they're doing, and I believe there's at least one... No, there's at least 2 other rogue traders on this planet at the moment.
Do you know who those other rogue traders are?
No, not 100%. I believe one of them may be Russell, and I think another one of them is a representative of Hardin. I think Hardin might be here, but he doesn't like to usually get his hands dirty.
Huh, that's weird. Hardin sounds like
never met that Hardin.
Never met that Hardin guy.
I could swear that...
It's all right. Like I said, people confuse me all the time. But I am here to continue my pilgrimage. And of course, servant, if you could carry my guns, I must walk this path unencumbered. Feeling a stretch coming on. There we go. Maybe in a few you could give me another one of those classic robot massages that you're so good at. This is going to be great. Feels so good. So much lighter. Thank you so much, and I just drop my guns like at your feet.
I do not pick them up. I signal to two of the men to pick up the guns because I am very close to hitting him.
This is going to be good. Very, very good.
I want to point out that, again, I'm Andrew. I am not actually his servant. He likes to think that I am just because he's on this journey.
Are you saying this quietly?
No, I'm saying this to him. I'm just saying I'm a companion with him. He requested that I come with him. We've known each other for a long time.
He is my servant. But
I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but I have work to be done, and I would appreciate your assistance, I suppose. She strides forward with her 3 elite guards into the forest.
So there's 4 of them total. Servant, huddle up! Listen, by the way,
I'm about to destroy
I'm so
you.
sorry about the servant thing. It made perfect narrative sense that you would be my servant and have to carry and do all the things that I say. I know that you agree with me.
No,
and I know
definitely
that
don't.
you're taking on this role that we have to play.
I'm like
to make this story make sense.
reaching towards my galvanic rifle, about to pull the hammer back. I'm gonna murder you.
Look,
Jay.
if you're gonna pull that back to clean it, I'm all for it because my servants keep things tip-top clean shape at all times. But listen,
pulls out the shock maul.
yeah, might as well clean that one too. Had some bug stuff in it, but
It is admittedly covered in bug juice.
But listen, we should be prepared, worst case scenario, if we've got to, get rid of the competition, as I wave my hand in front of my throat, as if to, the classic universal
Cut the throat,
kill somebody motion.
I mean, they are all wearing power armor. I don't know how.
I know, that's why we have to be probably, smart about this, because we're probably only going to get one go at maybe taking these guys and gals down.
So I'm gonna look down at my info reader on my arm real quick. Are they heading in the direction of the major ruin?
They are, yes.
Okay.
They must have detected it as well.
Well, I guess as long as we walk behind them and let them take the brunt of
that's what I'm
possible
thinking.
green machines.
At least in the very short interim, they are kind of like our own personal bodyguard, because I, quote unquote, I know where the site is, so they gotta protect us to get to the site. I mean, after that, they might, not give a crap at all. But
yeah, we'll let you start that conversation as well.
Yeah, and by conversation, we might need to take some people out, but let's still play along with this gag, and I promise I'll try to keep the servant stuff to an absolute minimum. But enough to obviously keep up the ruse, the very important ruse that I established. All right, let's keep going.
All right. As you continue forward through the brush, you do see occasionally creatures flying around. There's a lot of life on this planet. You're walking for about 45 minutes, relatively uneventful. You're not really making conversation with the other group that's traveling with you, but there's some suspicious glances back and forth, but it seems relatively chill.
I know power armor is just the business when it comes to durability and strength. Can I take some time as we're walking to see how they're stepping over terrain and how they're any of the motions of their power armor to see if there is any potential weaknesses or things that we could exploit later on, just in case things start to go sideways and we might need to try to shoot at people covered in power armor?
I suppose so, yeah.
Okay.
I want to do a Medicaid check on myself as we're walking.
Okay.
Would that be an awareness check, Daniel?
Yeah, that would be challenging. Difficulty 5 to notice anything.
Well, I only have a 7, so I'll need to roll well. No, not well enough. I only got 2 out of that. So
Turns out power armor is pretty hardy.
yeah, not a lot of weaknesses in power armor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a normal difficulty Medicaid check. I succeed. I just get 1 wound back.
Okay.
I didn't roll pot. If I had rolled some 6s, I could have gotten more, but...
All right. And as you are continuing through the forest, you realize you're getting closer and closer to the site of the large ruins. And you also see that there are more and more of these structures. They all seem to be forming arches that seem to be pointing in a direction. Like there's an arch, but then there's sort of like an arrow on it. That they're all, and they all seem to be channeling energy to a central point. As you are reaching the central point, you look and then you see it. It's towering above you in the canopy. You know, it's also peeking above the tree line a little bit. I don't know how you didn't see it. Maybe there's some sort of Eldari stealth technology or something that was keeping it hidden. But it's I guess a temple you would call it, with like 8 huge towers, like going up into the air. There doesn't appear to be any doors into it, but there's this huge temple that seems to be almost radiating with power. The thing that you notice as you are approaching is there is a small platform. The platform itself is about 20 meters up from the ground, and it's sort of sticking out. It's sort of like you might even call it a balcony, but it's like an extended balcony from this temple. And you see that there's a bunch of energy, like bluish sort of crackling energy flowing from it. It's a little hard to see if there's anything else going on the platform. You'd need some sort of binoculars or something to see on it. But there's definitely a lot of energy coming out of this little platform that's right there. And as you're looking at it, all of a sudden you start to have a vision, as if something is coming over you. Okay, I need you guys to make straight willpower checks, difficulty 3.
Oh boy. Well, my willpower is 3.
So is mine.
Here we go. I only got a 1.
I actually passed. I rolled a 6 and a 4.
All right. So you feel like this wave of energy falling over you, Andrew, but you sort of like resist it and remain sort of conscious. Meanwhile, Jay, you find yourself adrift in the cold, dark, uncaring skies of the void.
This is good. This is where I wanted to be. This is where the vision's gonna happen. This is totally fine. Totally fine.
You see over the vast black vistas a thread, a silver thread, as if it is tying all of the galaxy together. You can see it now. How would you not seen it? It's so obvious. It's just a part of you that you should know that it was there. And then you follow the strands, and through the weft and the weave as it is weaving something together, and you see a single star shining in the depths of the night. It is the pearl that you were seeking. And then it's almost blinding. And then you see the threads themselves. They tie back to other things, and you realize that you're seeing a green marble. It may even... No, it's the world that you're on now. And on this green marble, there is a rune. A large rune that is... No, it's breaking apart. It's shattering. This rune, it's shattering, and the pieces are flying throughout the system. They're gone now. Everything is gone. But it was in here. This rune, this temple. It connects to the pearl. It connects to everything. And then you wake up.
Oh, that went exactly as I planned it would.
You had a bit of a seizure there.
Oh, pilgrimages. They're just so overwhelming.
Did that happen to any of the powered armored companions?
One of the, not the leader, but one of the guards has sort of like, is doing that as well, has like taken a knee and is now sort of standing up and is looking over, and they're sort of huddling up themselves and chatting about what they just saw.
Stole the huddle up. I mean, we should have trademarked it. Copyrighted it.
We had the chance. Damn. Do you happen to have any painkillers on you that aren't like, injection oils or anything like that?
Immediately
Oh
inject
my
something
god! Oh, wow. Oh, I feel a lot better now. A lot more loose. All right, here we go. That was wild. Were you floating out in the depths and darkness of space as well?
No, I was just watching you twitch on the ground there.
Oh, that didn't also happen to you?
No, I was.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm just more connected. It must be it. More connected to the Eldari. The web of ways. As we call it, the web of ways is its name, and I'm just so connected to it. But don't worry, you'll get there, man. Don't worry about it. I just pat you on the shoulder.
I don't need to get there.
You had like a pleasant experience.
I had a night. I'm just enjoying this. It's very temperate. It's very nice.
And here we have another vision for you. Let's just scroll through as you please.
The whole temple itself is now starting to rumble a little bit as you're looking at it, and it seems to be fading away. Like you look at it, and it hasn't faded away, but it seems to be getting like slightly like you're looking at it through a fog or something.
It's almost harder to perceive.
It's harder to perceive.
What the hell
as
is
it is
happening?
fading away. You see that one of the Emerald Warriors has a pair of binoculars, some sort of technoculars. They're probably not called binoculars. But
technoculars.
Technoculars.
My
and they're
favorite.
looking at the platform. And
I'm gonna zoom in with my robot eyes.
oh, you have robot eyes. You can zoom into it as well.
I don't have much to do, so I again put my arms behind my back and stand there like I'm dramatically thinking about something. Like, yes.
It's funny because if you were holding an Elder long rifle, you'd have a scope that would be able to zoom in on a platform.
Well, that's not what I do when I'm on my pilgrimage, servant.
You are able to focus in with your binocular vision.
Technoculars.
Technocular
We have
vision.
established that it is technoculars.
You see, there are a dozen of Eldar on top of that platform, and they all seem to be performing some sort of magical ritual. The platform itself is covered in like a bluish fire, and they are casting some sort of spell on the temple.
I think it might be possible that this place is reacting to my presence. I can't really see what's going on up there, but that's the sense that I'm getting from this far away. You seeing anything?
I grab his Elder long rifle from one of the soldiers and immediately throw it into Jay's arms.
Yeah.
Thank you, servant, for getting
Scope.
this for me. Yeah, I thank you for that recommendation. And I stick the scope up to my eye, and I can also see what's going on up there now.
All right.
Oh!
There are a dozen, half dozen warlocks. Those are warlocks up there. Eldar warlocks, meaning Eldar sorcerers, or well, not sorcerers.
Psychers. I mean,
Psychers,
they do a form of sorcery in this universe.
Yes, but sorcerer.
Well, our psychic is so powerful that some might say it is the stuff of magic.
And the leader of the Green Warriors, Shannon, puts down the binoculars that have been handed to her and says, "Do you recognize this ritual, Eldari?"
It wasn't on the pamphlet, the pilgrimage pamphlet, but it's definitely, no, I'm not familiar with what's going on up there.
All right. You guys can make... Man, is there any sort of check you could get to recognize this?
Well, I mean, I am a scholar in Xenos.
Yeah.
He can scholar. I don't have
Yeah.
good enough scholar to know anything.
Yeah, you could make a scholar check to sort of recognize it.
Yeah, I mean, just set a high difficulty or something. I mean, this is like pretty high-end stuff, so I'm
Difficult. What's your scholar skill?
My scholar skill is a 6.
Cool. It's difficulty 5.
Okay.
So it's going to be difficult for you to get. But
I know more about like beasties and like nasty things than like the
I almost thought for a moment you were going to
Xenos.
say, I know more about bees.
I do know more about bees
Robot bees?
and giant green machines
Yes.
that are now documented.
Yeah.
Because we discovered a new species. So close. I got a 4. Dang. I don't know what they're doing.
Time to use that last reroll, baby.
Do I?
I don't know. Actually, maybe we should keep that one.
I'm not sure that's a good
Yeah,
use.
maybe we should do that.
I'm not going to use our glory.
But we know, yeah, let's not do that.
So I don't know what's going on. They're doing a thing up there. It's some kind of Eldari witchy thingy.
It's not a witchy thingy. It's psychic mastery of the world around us.
Witchy stuff, yeah.
Some can call it that.
Blasphemy against the Omnissiah.
Well, I know what this is. Well, I think I do. You see the temple's fading away, right? They're trying to destroy the temple, or take it somewhere else before we can get to it. And the Emerald Warriors are now drawing their swords and rushing towards the temple. Admittedly, the platform itself is 20 meters up, but they are trying to get there quickly.
Well, I think this is the best case scenario, because they're going to get in there, deal with those warlocks, and then whatever's left, it's on us.
I mean, we have guns. We could shoot at them.
Yeah, well, let's wait until after the Emerald Warriors get there.
But it's 20 meters in the air. I mean, that they could fade away by that point.
Oh, you think it's going to, like, happen real fast?
I mean, it's already partially sort of transparent, not perceivable. I don't know. It's really weird.
I'm going to be honest. I really don't know what's going on here.
Shoot.
Fine. So basically pull out my Ranger long rifle and aim at one of the warlocks.
All right. The entire platform they are on is surrounded by a blue Eldar witch fire. That's making it very difficult for you to even aim at one of them.
And I'll aim with my galvanic rifle and do the same thing.
What's the difficulty then to shoot one of these warlocks? Because what I'm trying to do is just trying to disrupt this grouping casting and psychic casting that they're doing.
We're going to aim at the same one, by the way. So, second on the left.
Second on the left sounds good to me.
+3 difficulty to hit him. Defense is 4.
Okay, so it's 2 more difficulty on top of that?
No, 3 more difficulty.
Oh, so it's 7 to hit.
7 to hit, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
If you're outside of the witch fire, it's going to be 7 to hit.
Wow. Well, I got a ballistic skill of 10. Actually, no, it's +2 because I have a sniper rifle, so I can add 2. Because I'm aiming. Ooh, wow, that was a horrendous roll. I only got 4 out of 12 dice. Not even a single 6.
I unfortunately, even with the 6 that I rolled, I only rolled a total of 6.
All right. You take your shots, and just the witch fire, is just absorbing any sort of shots that are flying towards them.
Well, it's good that was our backup plan, and our main plan was to let those Emerald Warriors get in there and start stabbing some of
Hey,
them.
make another awareness check. Difficulty 3.
I feel like this is a good time to use this. So I have a campaign card.
Oh, the vision from the Emperor's Tarot. You're going to use your card for today?
I'm going to use my card for
Ooh.
this. It's called Auspex Scan. You trust in your war gear, and it will not fail you. This gives me an additional 2 dice to awareness tests for the rest of the scene.
That's good
Yeah.
for probably right now. So here we go. I'm doing my awareness check. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have a 6 remaining that I can push to get me any information, additional information.
Yeah, and I got a 6, and I can push a 6. So
Cool. So you very easily notice what was going on here. A group of pirates was trying to sneak up on you.
Abby, I see what's happening here. So can we, since we noticed pretty well, were you able to push a 6 too?
I was able to push a 6.
So since we were can we make it so that we're not turning our heads so dramatically to notice that they're coming? We're not showing our hand that they don't know that we know they're there yet?
Oh, you could do that if you want. Yeah.
I want to. So you're doing that, and through our headset, without turning our heads, I signal to our men that we're being surrounded.
Yeah.
How many are there of these?
There are a dozen of them. There's 12.
Okay. Well, it seems like our Emerald Warriors are going to be taking care of one problem. Sounds like we've got one of our own, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess 1, a 2,
and 3.
And we whip around and shoot at the ground.
Yeah, to fire off warning shots.
All right, and your soldiers do as well. This is part of the routine you give them. The cool warning shot was one of the drills that you make them.
It was everybody's favorite.
Yeah. And the sort of pirates sort of step back a little bit. What do you say?
So, sneaking up on us, were you?
Oh, I'm just trying to be sneaky in general. You know how we do.
Yeah. Well, Abby, it's great to see you again. And it seems you brought your swashbuckling pals.
Yeah. I fucking hate this planet.
Yeah, I mean, did you run into any of the giant bugs?
The green machines, yeah.
Yeah, they got Ben Smythe. He was one of our best men.
Poor Ben. What legacy did he leave behind? Family? A cool land speeder?
He has a twin brother also named Ben.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, wait, they both of their parents named them both Ben?
That seems like really lazy parenting.
Huh. very odd.
I think it's just the way that they do it on the planet. So we do have another Ben Smythe kicking around somewhere. I don't know if he'll show up again though. He's on another. He got stepped on. That's all that matters.
I'm thinking about it. It's actually kind of clever because they say Ben and they're never wrong.
Yeah.
So they never get the problem of telling them apart because as long as they say their name, which they both have, then they're always correct.
I agree, and I'm glad we uncovered all these new parenting techniques, but really the question is, what are you doing sneaking up on us?
I wanted to know if you would try. I'm just trying to be careful. This whole place is a nightmare. What the fuck is going on up on that tower over there?
Hey, just because I'm Eldari doesn't mean I know whatever is always going on with those Eldari.
I don't think that was anything. I think it's just we were here first. I think you're overreacting.
Yeah, that's my point. You were here first.
Hey,
and those green.
we can't tell who's overreacting and who isn't, but we don't know what's happening over there.
Okay, because I see there's like a few people in power armor who are climbing up the vines on the side of that to the platform there.
Yeah, we're hoping that they do pretty well because that see that like blue fiery thing going on around those people. It's a pain in the ass to get through. So we're really pulling for the green dudes.
Yeah, the green guys are with another rogue trader. They apparently got under attack by Eldari when they came into the system, and now they're looking for retribution and also hunting for the pearl. So,
yeah, that's why we're all here, right?
yes.
Yes. Well,
They don't know that that's why we're here.
it seems like we've got some nice competition, right? We've got our green friends over there. Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
We can either, break out into a full-on combat here, which I'm certain you and your friends would not do so well since we've got the jump on you. Or we could go our separate ways as long as you share a little bit of information with us on what you've discovered so far on this planet.
Are you threatening us?
I don't know. And I just fire into the ground again in front of a few of the soldiers. A little bit.
I'll have you know, more terrifying foes than you have tried to fuck with me. And
I know, but how many terrifying foes are standing in front of you right now with a gun pointed at you?
Noted. But again, that temple seems to be where we're supposed to be going, and it seems to be disappearing. I think one of the towers is gone now.
Is there one of the towers gone? Did I look back?
Yeah, one of the towers is gone.
It's Eldari. He does that sometimes. Fair enough. So, we need to get into this place.
So I say through our comms and not out in the open, Jay, maybe we can get them to go first, and then we can be, pulling up the rear and let them do all the work, and then get.
Well,
the
I think
spoil.
that's kind of what the green dudes are doing right now.
Yeah, but do we want to go next and then have the swashbucklers behind us?
But I think potentially this thing might disappear if we don't move quickly.
And I go into the
Wait a second.
and I say into the comm, Guybrush, anytime now. This is your moment. Anytime.
Just look around, nothing.
No, nothing.
Here's the thing. What if, and I'm doing all this into the comms because I've clicked on my mask at this point, or I've had it on. But listen, what if we have the platoon, the squad, stay here, watch Abby and their squad, while you and I sneak into this building? We potentially, if this thing is either doing one of two things, it's either going invisible, or more than likely, it's going somewhere else. And we might be able to board this crazy wild trip before this thing completely disappears. I don't know how well those powered armored individuals are going to do against those warlocks, but if we sneak on this thing, we could ride it to wherever the jewel might be.
So, note, you could grab onto the sides of this building, but as I said, there appear to be no obvious entrances into the temple itself. So, sneaking into it is not really a thing.
But holding on to it could be a thing.
I'm not saying that is not true. You hear the sound of an explosion coming from up on the platform as combat is breaking out between the Emerald Warriors and the Warlocks.
Okay.
Guybrush, where the hell are you?
Guybrush, you coming in? Does he show up?
There must be some sort of radio static or something that's happening because of the ritual that these Warlocks are casting, so you can't get a message out to Guybrush.
Damn. Wait a second. Guybrush. And I just start, like, my eyes start following around, because where we are, right, like, we're in this clearing
Yeah.
with all these big canopy trees, and in the center of the clearing is this temple, right?
Yes.
So I look around. Andrew, I've got an idea. Crazy enough for Guybrush, which means it's absolutely crazy enough for us. I'm going to use our glory to basically make a narrative declaration that there is a vine sturdy enough and long enough on one of these trees arching over this opening that if we were to cut said vine, we could dramatically swing out and over to said platform.
There are actually a ton of vines that you could swing onto the platform.
Sweet.
From.
So you're saying I don't need to spend a glory to make this narrative declaration?
No. You have made this glory to make this declaration, but I am giving you there is more than one vine that you could swing on, unless you want there to only be one vine. I'm saying there's enough for a bunch of people to swing over if you would like.
We should probably swing on separate vines from alternate angles, so we surround them.
Come on, we could swing on one vine to be hilarious. So if it goes wrong, we're both screwed, right?
So, I'm on the comms too, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
Daniel's
okay.
on the comms as well.
Okay. So you just want to swing on the vines across? Just the two of us or three of us, I guess. I'll hold on to one of the vines too.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's the best way we can get over there. I don't know if we're going to have time to actually climb up that platform to get there before this thing actually disappears.
We're also not great at climbing.
Yeah, not very good at it.
I mean, there's a lot of vines, but yeah. Do we bring Abby and her crew with us? Do we bring our squad with us?
If Abby comes with us, that means we have one more rogue trader potentially in on this treasure. But there's a lot of warlocks over there.
I think we should send the squad back to the shuttle, though, and then tell them to be ready to take off.
So don't even have our squad to back us up?
I mean, do we feel like we're going to be able to get all of the squad to swing in?
I mean,
There's a lot of vines.
Okay.
There's a lot of vines, as we've established.
Yeah.
And Guybrush runs a vine training exercise almost every week. I mean, I've joined it once. I'll admit, I did go. He pressured me into going, and it was actually pretty fun.
I didn't go.
I know you didn't.
All right. So we break from our huddle. Here's the plan. It's crazy. We should all swing on vines to the platform.
I like it. And some of the other pirates have, Arr!
They've been waiting for this moment all their lives.
Yeah, this is their thing.
All right, everybody.
We look at the squad. How do they react?
Well, they are, some of them are a little excited, but they're still a little intimidated from that bug earlier. You never made a leadership, any sort of leadership checks, either of you.
Can I make a leadership check now?
Yeah, you can try to get their morale back up.
Recognize that their morale is a little bit low.
Yeah,
I'm going to just assist him.
Okay.
Does that give me an extra dice?
I want you to roll a leadership difficulty 3 to do assistance.
It doesn't work. I rolled all 2s.
Okay. So he doesn't assist
So
you.
what do you say for you not assisting?
We're gonna do this.
Nice. All right. And I need what do I need? Like a 3? 4?
Let's say difficulty 4 because you're Eldari and they're still not 100%,
Yeah. Still not on board. Here we go. Oh man, that's a 3. So close. If one of those was a 6, that would have been nice. Yeah. So there's still a little morale.
I mean, they'll follow orders. They will follow orders, but they're not
super capable.
They're not super excited about this.
Not as keen.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's all get on vines. So, and hey, Abby,
Yeah?
temporary truce.
Of course. I'm all about a temporary truce. I'm still going to get that treasure.
Yeah.
The pearl's going to be mine.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, let's hop on these vines. So we all get ourselves ready on the vines. Okay, everybody, on the count of 3. And I click in on the comms. You are going to go on 4. Wait. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Ha ha ha!
Do they
all of the pirates like swing forward with they got like knives in their mouths and like las pistols and just dropping in on the platform.
I click on the comms. Wait another moment. And then what happens like when they land on the platform? Like what is the scene we're seeing right now?
They land. You don't have binoculars out, but
I have robot eyes.
Andrew has robot eyes. It's not like you could get. You're kind of holding.
Yeah,
onto
it's
a
gonna be
vine
hard
at the
to hold
moment.
onto a vine and then like position the scope.
You see that 2 of the Emerald Warriors have been killed, and they've killed one of the Warlocks. And they're sort of engaged in a fight. All of the Warlocks have disengaged from the ritual except for 3. 3 are still like doing some sort of chant or something that are keeping it going. The two remaining Emerald Warriors are seeming as if they might be overwhelmed in a moment, and then a slew of pirates lands onto the platform. They swing through the witch fire onto it, and they just start firing wildly and just laughing and cheering. One of them is immediately, a hand is waved and they're lit on fire and they're consumed by ashes. But, not consumed by ashes. They're consumed by fire and turned into ashes. I'm sorry. It's just so exciting. I'm terrified to even describe it. But yeah, that's what's going on.
Well, sounds good. Seems like our buffer got there first. Perfect.
Here we go.
All right, everybody. 4. And then cut the vines and we all swing over.
All right. And it's going to be just a difficulty 2 athletics check. It's pretty easy, but you do need to...
Holy crap, I just passed. Luckily, I didn't roll bad on my Wrath die.
I just passed as well. I had a 5 in athletics, too.
Same here.
Wow.
I just got 2 5s.
I got 2 5s as well. Look at that.
All right. And the rest of the crew swing onto the platform, and you are now, you fly, you go through the witch fire. You're going to take, each of you...
Ooh.
5 damage, ignores your armor, but not your toughness or resilience.
Then I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine as well.
Yeah. I rolled relatively low. I could have rolled higher and it would have been worse. But
Whew. Always like a good tame witch fire. You
yeah.
know?
Well,
Gotta keep it pleasant.
when all 6 of them were chanting, the witch fire was worse.
Was stronger.
Yes. And now the combat on this pretty sizable platform is in full swing. Everybody's shooting at everybody. Now there is only one of them who is focusing on the ritual, as one warlock is engaging with you and your squad.
Gotcha.
So how many warlocks are still like left alive
there's-
at this point?
There are 5 warlocks left alive. One has been killed. One is chanting. So there are 4 that are engaged in the fight.
So are there still, is it 1 or 2 with the green, and then how many with the pirates?
There are 2 with the green.
So 2 with the green, 1 with the pirates, 1 with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the plan. We kill this one guy the best that we can, and then we just leave the rest to fight and go inside the temple.
Well, you missed the most important part for the plan. In troops, you aim for that head.
Oh, yeah, you gotta aim for the head.
Warlock's a psyker. Aim for the head every time.
You remember this from the training that we did 3 sessions of this. Always aim at the head against a psyker.
You defile this sacred place.
Yeah. And then just pull my gun up and just start shooting at him.
How far away is the warlock that's engaging us?
You guys landed just a couple of, you're just pretty much right on top of them.
Gotcha. Okay. Shock them all out.
Yeah.
I pull my shuriken pistol out.
Okay.
So the warlocks, do they look like heavily armored?
I mean, they have a little bit of armor, but they're not like, in power armor.
Right.
Or
They're in like flowing robes and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. They got flowing robes. They're kind of glowing a little bit, so there might be something going on there, but...
Okay. So, Andrew, do you want to take the first... Well, hold on. You have your shock maul, right?
Yeah.
Let me go first, so if I, for whatever reason, roll a 1, I don't shoot you.
Good. Yes, that's probably a good plan.
Yep. I'm going to aim with my shuriken pistol, just because I think it'd be a little more cumbersome to land and then pull out my ranger long rifle.
Yeah.
And I'm swinging on a vine. It's pistol time. So I've got ballistic skill of a 10. So we just landed. Instead of aiming, I am going to do a called shot, because as we know,
Shoot him in the head.
gotta shoot him in the head. I'm just going to do the +1 damage roll instead of the more, so it adds 2 to the defense, right?
Yeah, so they have a defense of 6.
Oh my god, they have a defense of 4?
Yeah.
So Leith. We Eldari. Just so
They are hard to hit.
Alright, here we go. Ballistic skill 10. Okay, I got exactly a 6 with my 10 roll.
I mean, if there's a time to spend your extra wrath, I feel like now is the time. So, could you make that better?
I can make it better. So,
Yeah, to be clear, their defense is still 6. It was even higher before because the witchfire was giving them cover.
Right.
But now you're inside the witchfire, so they're not getting cover from that.
I'm going to use my last wrath point to re-roll these 4 dice. Oh my gosh, yes, that's exactly. Oh yes, oh baby, that was incredible. That was a total of 6 without any of using any of my 6s, and I can convert 2 of the 6s, which means one's going to make the gun pen 3, and the other 6 will convert to an additional shot. So I get an additional 1 because I did a called shot, so now I'm rolling 3 dice. Because I pushed 1, and I got the extra for the called shot. Here we go! Oh, that was a terrible roll. So I didn't get any additional damage, so it's just a strength 10, but pen 3 on the Warlock for damage.
Cool. Your shot breaks through the sort of glowingness around the Warlock, and it is now bleeding.
All right.
You traitor! What do? You have no idea what you're doing!
Listen, all right? Let's not just assume, all right? There's a lot of assumptions going on. I am not just because I'm Eldari, okay?
I'm chuckling under my mask right now.
Gosh, this is just crazy, okay? Just, die. And just keep shooting at the Warlock.
All right, and it points its sword at you, but instead of rushing at you with the sword, it begins to channel a psychic power through it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Shoot the Warlock. Everyone shoot the Warlock.
So this guy is going to cast its spell Unbound, which means it rolls with an extra wrath die.
But does that also mean there's a chance of periling?
Yes, there's an increased chance of periling, because if there's a 1 on either of the wrath die, it's a peril of
And as you remember, I called shots, so when I cracked some of that armor, it was right around his helmet.
Yep. I mean, it works every time.
Oh.
50% of the time, 50%. It works every time.
Oh, yeah. And this is going to be that every time.
Okay, that's... Nope, no perils.
Ah!
Yeah. No.
I was hoping you were going to roll like last time and roll a 1 and a 6 and just have like a terror in the warp happen.
No. What's your defense?
My defense is actually a 3.
Cool, so it does hit you.
Oh.
An invisible force is clamped around you as you're raised slightly up in the air and begin to be crushed.
Andrew, the stupid psyker is using psychic powers on me.
You take 11 damage.
Oh, boy. Ouch.
Any
Yeah.
pen?
No pen.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So my resilience is 8, so that means 3 goes through.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to soak some of that. Yeah. So I have a soak of 4, so let's see how much of it I can turn into shock. Only 1 I can turn into shock.
So you're going to take 2?
So I'll take 2. So my wounds go from 6 down to 4, and I had to spend a shock, and I also take 1 of the shock. So my shock goes down from 8 to 6.
All right. And now you need to make a strength or willpower test at difficulty 6.
Oh my god.
Strength or willpower?
Strength or willpower.
I'm bad at both. So I'm going to go with the willpower test. What do I have to get?
Difficulty 6.
I need 3 6s. I only have a 3 in willpower. Almost. And by almost, I mean I still missed on 2. So, no, I fail.
Okay, you are now restrained because you are just being held aloft.
Damn it.
While restrained, the target can do nothing except try to break free again by making another strength or willpower test. If you do not escape, you take damage at the beginning of the Psyker's turn for as long as the power continues.
Somebody kill this stupid Psyker!
Okay, so I'm going to just straight rush him and do an all-out attack.
All right, so his defense is actually going to be 5 because he has an Eldar sword that has parry. He's good at defending against melee.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I need to try and Crushington him because he's Crushington J. So
Yes!
All right, I'm going to use my last wrath point to re-roll some of those dice. Okay, so his defense is 5, you said?
Yeah.
Well, before I even pushed 6s, I rolled 6 hits. So
Okay.
I definitely hit him.
That's good.
And then I'm able to push 3 6s.
3 6s?
3 6s.
Well, see if any of those turn into actual damage, but...
Well, yeah,
Did you hit with like everything?
I'm 9 normally, and I did an all-out attack, so it's 11 dice, so I only missed with 2.
Wow, that's incredible.
So the 3 6s gets me 6 additional damage.
Oh,
dice
because you're brutal.
Because it's brutal, and then I get 2 additional normally. Okay, so that's 14 damage, pen 1.
Okay. You kill the Warlock.
Nice!
Smashington!
Just go right for the head.
It's the most powerful weapon in the galaxy.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I mean, I just literally aim from the top down, so it, assuming hits the head and then just keeps going.
Okay, and you crush this Warlock.
Blammo!
Jay, you are no longer being held aloft.
So
by psychic
I
powers.
dropped to the graceful landing, and I just hit and slip and fall on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to do that.
All right, so I'm like, I did it. Oh my god, I did it!
You
All
did
right.
do it. Good job.
The last warlock who was conducting the ritual now looks at you as you've killed its friend. The battle is going. It's starting to turn against the warlocks in general here. You see that the Emerald Warriors have taken down another one of the warlocks. The pirates have one of them sort of locked up in combat. Your soldiers are also sort of like randomly blasting at the warlocks, but they're really kind of doing a shit job. Their morale's kind of broken, to be perfectly honest. But the thing is, now this warlock has turned at both of you and is trying to cast another spell. But as they do that, the ritual has ended. And you see that the entire structure is now completely solid again. Like the tower that has disappeared now fades back into existence, and the entire temple is back.
All right, I'm feeling a lot better now. Oh, just got to stretch my back a little bit. Oh, at least we're out of it. Oh, gosh.
Well, I wouldn't say you're out of it just yet because, let me make a psyker roll here.
Well, because I'm just getting back up. I haven't fully noticed that this warlock has turned on us.
I'm massaging my shock mall. I've missed you, baby. You're so good.
And the warlock tries to cast Gout of Flame.
This is the one that was formerly doing the ritual?
Yes, he's no longer doing the ritual.
And is it just casting it like on all of us, like Andrew, myself, and
it's
all
going to
of us?
affect an area.
Ooh.
Good.
I'm barely just about to stand up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ow. He rolled 1 too low to activate the power.
So it doesn't go off?
It doesn't go off. He's trying to channel the power, but he's feeling overwhelmed by all of the combat, and it doesn't manifest.
And he was in such a groove before, you know? He was doing his little weird tower disappear groove.
But that's why I have a point of ruin. So he's going to re-roll his failed dice. And you are allowed to reroll Wrath die on psychic powers because there's a chance that it still goes to shit when you use Ruin. So we'll see how that goes. No. Yes, it manifests. No perils of the warp. So it's bad.
Dang it.
Well, we're about to get hit by fire. That's nice.
I mean, we went through the fire. Maybe it'll be, like, not so bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wishful thinking.
This engulfs essentially the entire platform.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
And everyone on the platform takes 14 fire damage.
What?
Oh.
Did you just say 14?
14?
Does this affect the other warlocks as well?
Yes.
All right. I guess it's go big or go home.
Well, I have to try to soak this, or I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
Here we go. Try to soak 4. I'm able to soak 2, so that means 4 goes through. I'm unconscious. That was exactly enough to knock me out, so I'm down.
Okay.
So I just stand up like, I just fire right in my face.
I will attempt to soak. So it was, I have resilience of 9, and you dealt 14, so it's 5 damage over top. I managed to stop 3 of it with my soak, so I take 2 wounds and 4 shock. I'm down to 4 and 1 shock remaining. But I'm still conscious, so that's something.
All right.
I have nothing to say because I'm on the ground toasting right now.
Yeah, and one of the warlocks does die in this fire as well. And several of the pirates are now on fire and down. And at this moment, the remaining warlocks begin to... well, actually, all of the warlocks, including the corpses, begin to fade away.
Oh.
Interesting. What is the state of the Green Warriors and the captain, the pirate captain?
Abby is still up. She's looking a little worse for the wear, but she's doing okay. Shannon is still standing. Her 2 warriors with her are dead, and then one is like on a knee, like sort of barely standing. And Abby has 3 pirates left standing alongside her. You have 1 soldier left standing with you.
Is it our boy? Is it
Of course it's Barnaby. Of course it's Barnaby.
He took cover behind you.
Good. Good.
He was now in all honesty, he was trying to help you up and be a good soldier.
Are we sure that it wasn't me heroically shielding Barnaby?
It was definitely not that.
Yeah, I'm probably wasn't.
I thought you didn't like Barnaby. I don't know if you...
No, I don't.
I mean, maybe you protect somebody who you don't like, but I don't know if that's really your...
I'm not there yet.
So how many warlocks are left? Because there's the one that cast the power.
They're all gone.
Oh, they're all
Because they've
gone.
just faded away.
They all
Gotcha.
faded away, including the corpses.
Gotcha. So I run over to Jay.
Yeah.
And immediately perform Medicae on him. Unfortunately, I only do it well enough to stabilize you. You don't get any... You just stand back up with 1 wound. You don't get any additional wounds.
So much smoke in my lungs.
And all of you are sort of eyeing each other on this platform.
Can I look at the others and
Yeah.
then say something?
Yeah, of course.
So I look at them and I'm like, I am a medical technician. I'm willing... we could all have a truce. All not kill each other. We're all the worse for wear. Learn about the secret together, and I will heal anybody that needs help. Does that sound okay?
Shannon is the first one who speaks. Yes, that sounds reasonable. And Abby sort of shrugs. Yeah, sure.
And I stand up and I stretch. All right. And since we're all being honest, I'm not on a pilgrimage. I am that Eldar you saw outside of the vision, and I'm sorry about lying. But he's definitely still my servant. Turning you off, Daniel.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. With this many Eldari warlocks looking to sacrifice themselves in service of this temple, it makes you wonder, what kind of treasure lies inside? And most importantly, what does it have to do with this gemstone? Tune in next time to find out. As you know, our Patreon is a great way for you to support the show and get access to exclusive content. And I'd just like to take a few moments here to shout out some of our incredible patrons. Now, you might hear your name pronounced slightly differently, but keep in mind I'm an ordained Imperial Scribe, and maybe you were just saying it wrong. It's possible, right? Also, there's a bunch of you, so if you don't hear your name here, don't worry, it'll probably be coming up in a future episode. And so, extra special thanks to Pope Cody III. Thank you so very much. I cannot think of words outside of the languages programmed in my mind to thank you more than I have. Russell McCracken, thank you so very much. I'm currently scribing a poem to describe my wonderful thankfulness for you. Scott Salmon, thank you so very much, Scott. I have to tell you, I've just constructed a mathematical equation that could somehow create more thanks. I don't believe it. Simon Morgensen, thank you so very much. The oils in my gears would not be as liquidating without your help. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter. Stephen Bridges, thank you so very much. Your help means the world to me and to my robotics. The Arsho Enclave, thank you so very much. I have never given thanks to an entire enclave before, but I must say that it feels fantastic. Will Berthard, thank you so very much. I'm trying to come up with some other phrase in an ancient language. I believe it might be Necron-tier to describe, but that would be heresy, so I will refrain from doing so. Just thank you, all the same. Wouter Vermeyen, thank you so very much. Your help has made it possible for me to live in a slightly larger robotic chamber. It is really, really cozy. Zach Hall, thank you so very much, Zach. I must tell you that I've been thinking of many ways to say this, and it turns out that thank you is the most efficient, which makes me happy. Alex Thomas, thank you so very much. It means the world to us, Alex, that you are backing us and helping support us, as well as my gears. They really do need it. My goodness. Oh, and as a reminder, by joining our Patreon, you'll also get the added benefit of sometimes being featured in episodes as an actual in-universe character. Isn't that neat? This week we have Ben Smythe. Though he was completely crushed to death, his twin brother lives on. Also named Ben. Turns out interesting. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. And if you've enjoyed this episode, why not leave us a rating and review on iTunes? It would be most appreciated. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. Music in this episode was produced by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Are you interested in more episodes of Wrath and Story? And I don't mean what we have here on our regular feed. I'm talking about secret episodes. I'm talking about bonus adventures. Well, for more content and these bonus episodes, check out our Patreon. Every pledge helps to support the show and unlock new and exciting opportunities. You can check out other similar podcasts on partialarc.com, such as Roll to Seize, a podcast all about the wargame Warhammer 40k and its universe. You can tune into Roll to Seize every final Wednesday of the month. And if you're looking for another actual play podcast with plenty of humor and adventure, check out Friday Night Quests, a podcast much like Wrath and Story, but set in the fantastical and equally hilarious world of Dungeons & Dragons. There you may recognize the familiar voice of Jay Jones, and occasionally you'll hear Andrew and Daniel drop by the show as well, along with many more ridiculous and wonderful characters. Definitely check it out. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. And if you have any questions for Daniel and the boys, send them an email at wrathandstory@gmail.com. That's with the "and" spelled out. We may even answer them on one of our next episodes, so stay tuned. Until next time, goodbye.